Once again, Tyler is the gift that keeps on giving here in the world of independent comic books. We love you, Tyler. We love you, brother. So we're going to look and see what he says. But I just also want to mention that one thing that's been very interesting about our journey here lately, say in the past week or so, is that the fact is there's been a crossover event. And it's just not Nyobi with Penguina, but that is a thing. No. The crossover event is how indie comics and indie manga have now sort of mixed and mingled together. Over the past week, I've had 2 or 3 different people that have come from the indie manga side who have now been watching our program. And that's due in part to Tyler Carpenter, and that's due in part to a man named Coffee Comics. People that we'll talk about sooner or later. Tyler is today. Tyler, of course, is our friend. So, what is our friend saying here? He says, well, what is your breaking point? What is your breaking bad? At what point do you say fuck it and stop making comics? At what point do you ditch the creator community? At what point do you leave all this behind? He is curious. Well, we've already covered this subject on one of my videos. We literally did a video at what point do you quit comics, so I advise everyone go and watch that. But, hey, if Tyler wants to bring up the same subject, that's great with me. That means another video for you to enjoy. Let's go ahead and see what Professor Teenan here is saying in the comments. Let's see if it gets juicy. This guy physically couldn't draw anymore after starting a brand new series with an author, but rather than give up, he moved and started making claymation. Alright, well, you do what you gotta do to keep on going. Yang says, when no one wants to see my next book, well, how will you know when that happens? What's the criteria that you will judge that situation? Lunchbox Warren, Sig and Joe fame. As of right now, I do not see myself stopping making comics until I physically cannot do it. I write, I draw my own stuff, so I'll always be working on something. The creator community, quote unquote, has done nothing for me except use me, so I don't feel part of the community. And let's see what else he says here. And I just lost my spot. And to be honest, I don't think the community exists. It is just tribes yelling at each other. The word community is usually attached to jobs that don't pay a lot. Yeah. So I don't see myself either leaving the comic book making behind. I can't say for sure just because you never know what life will throw at you. I haven't seen anything from the community that would make me leave. So Warren said a lot there, okay? Really said a lot there. But I want to touch upon that. First of all, I remember making a video saying hashtag not my community, but that was a different comic book community. That was the speculator comic book community. When you had guys like We Love Comics floating around, and the comic book fanatics, and Lords of the Lombox, right? You guys remember those days? How about Reaper Tate? You know? Look, I was in all that. I was in the thick of all that. And I was disassociated with that very quickly. And I said, not my community. So I understand when there's a community fallout, when there's issues within the ranks, that people will want to walk away. There is a community, right? It's not a kumbaya community. It is a community that is made up of different tribes. Warren is right. And that's why, we have our tribe here with the BC. And we're not ashamed to say that, We're a group of guys who have like-minded goals, with like-minded ambitions, and we're willing to do what it takes to get there. From Mr. Hero Guy says, when the stresses get too much, I can no longer enjoy my own hobby. Happened this past month, and now I'm just coming back to making comics again. Ashton says, none. I'm never going to give up and let people get to me when working on something I love. Annie Maney, is that how it says? I don't think there'll be a time when I just straight up stop making comics for the foreseeable future. it would have to be due to a major life change that requires most of all my energy. That would just be more of a not right now. Samuel Job says, slow down, partner. I haven't even broken into the industry. Eric Hodson. Honestly, I don't know. I'm a storyteller, so I need to be doing that until I can't. I could see myself giving up on print in the future, though. Yeah, that's another big debate, right? Print versus digital. I can tell you that on my own campaign right now, Nyobi Penguina, go back it, there's lots of digital backers. But I would advise getting a physical book, because eventually physical media is going to be in the way of the dodo bird. You want something to hold in your hand. Bolt Cobalt says, it depends on life. You never know. But I do have priorities, and comics is not at the top. As long as it's viable, and put simply, concerning the creator community and such, that really depends on them, not me. I'm basically a no-nonsense Cobalt with little patience for bullshit. Creative Double M Personal says, at what point do I give up? When I'm dead. I do not know the meaning of the word quit. And all this is fine and good, right? Like, I love people that have the passion and they're never going to give up. And that's sort of the right attitude to have, especially in a world where everything is sort of going against you right now. But I'm going to answer this question here after I read a few more comments. I'll tell you what will make me quit, okay? Ron Tucker says, I tried to quit comics before and I always come back. So I don't think I'll ever quit. As far as the creator community, I'm getting over it right now, actually. I follow some creators like yourself, but all the either know-it-all attitudes or the drama and infighting, I'm just better studying the successes in silent and making my own way. Yeah, I hear that, you know. Be the lurker that, you know, that just observes. Piper says, I haven't found it yet, but people definitely tried to break me. Yeah, they have. Zen, I thought about this heavily, and at the point I could give up. Giving up means giving up a part of myself. I can live without a lot of things in life, but writing, not comics, is not one I can't. Ken says, never. I can't find any other way to make money doing what I love. Plan B is plan A. Sink or swim, man. That's what it is, right? Only once I felt like I've done enough and decided to retire. Working with it was really too costly mentally. Biggest waste of my time in life. Johnny the Machine Hugh says, I'm close right now, to be honest. Discount Luke Cage. For me, it would have to be a situation where nothing has changed for me, and the world I created isn't reaching anywhere. How many years do you wait to determine that? That's my question. When I'm physically unable to do so. Collins Creation says, if I had such a breaking point, then I wouldn't still be a creator. I would have quit the moment I found out my inspiration got involved in cancel culture, if that were the case. But it didn't, as I saw the chance to do better than he ever did. When this happens, rest in peace. Show additional replies that may be offensive. Let's see. I asked myself this several times in the last decade. The only thing I've come to is when it starts affecting my ability to feed my family. And this is sort of my point on this, right? Like, when would I quit? Right now, you know, I think I made this pretty clear. My full-time gig is comics. You know, a couple months ago I lost a job, and I told myself, if I'm going to make a run for it, now or never. So I'm giving it, you know, until the new year. You know, do a couple campaigns, see where they land, and then make a decision if I need to find a job or not, right? So financially, I'm okay until then. But, you know, once we get into January, February, I'm going to have to take a really hard look at what I'm doing. Comic book wise, job wise, life wise, you know. And I'm not saying I'm at a breaking point and quitting, but if I ever get to the point where my comic books are costing me money, putting me in debt, or I just run out of money and I can no longer afford to pay the artists to make the comics, then I guess I'm done. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, today's hard economy is going to separate those who really want to make it and are willing to risk financial loss in an effort to see their dreams come true. The great thing about Nyobi is Nyobi is somewhat established already as being part of this for 10 years. But if you're a new guy coming up, woo, that's a rough road ahead of you, my friend. I hope you got the chops. By the way, back Nyobi Pinguina. Hear all about it. Write me out. Alright guys, thanks for enjoying the video. This is my campaign. It is live right now on Kickstarter. It is Nyobi Pinguina, the crossover event with founder of Antarctic Press, Mr. Ben Dunn. We have 6 great covers available to choose from in this 30-page book. Part 1 of 2, guys. It is on Kickstarter for the next 26 days. As the time of recording on this video, we're 100 backers strong, but that is soon to change. Be a part of this, man. Get great covers from Gerardo Garcia, Zenoscope's Jen Leonard, Narculio Souza. This is a gorgeous one, right? How about from Ninja High School, the man himself, Mr. Ben Dunn. John Stinsman, Image Comics alumni, Evangeline, Lady Pendragon, Team Youngblood, Scarlet Crush, and more. How about the blank variant for the artistic side in you? Or bring this to Ben Dunn at a convention and get him to doodle on it, man. We got digital, we got physical, we got It's a Ben Dunn deal. Collect all 6, gotta have them all like Pokemon. Check out the interior art, great line work, great color work from Gerardo and Federico here. Crazy story, man. It's a lot of fun. This is going to bring you back to yesteryear with classic team-ups, man. If you look at like old classic Marvel team-up books and things of that nature, then this is a book for you. We got all kinds of great stretch goals that we're looking to meet here, all the way from $6,000 to $30,000. Let's see how far. Let's see how far we can take this. And guys, everyone who backs gets Pinguina #1 for free as a digital add-on. That just comes, no problems at all. And speaking of add-ons, if you are missing Nyobi in your life, how about the first printing? The #1 third printing. How about the Birthright Combo Pack? How about the Tom McFarlane homage from the Nyobi origin stories? How about the great piece from Matthew Weldon of Antarctic Press's Punchline? We got Juan Antonio Altaveras, Greg Bo Watson, man. Ben Dunn, the master himself, man. We got Outbreak #2, man. We got John Stinsman back. More Ben Dunn. Mike the Buffalo, Coffin Comics fame, Lady Death, man. And how about Jamie Tyndall, who's currently at New York Comic Con, man. Go see Sam Quinton and Pete Vask at New York Comic Con, by the way. Guys, this is going to be some great stuff, man. Nyobi cosplay sets are also available. Nyobi the trade paperback. And if you missed stuff, you want to get savage, you want some savage booty, then this is the place to be. Get my new IP, Savage Sin #1. Covers from Gerardo and John Stinsman, guys. And shout out to our mentor, our Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Ben Dunn. We will talk to you soon. Peace.